As I said in my State of the Union, I'm doing everything I can to lower the health care costs to provide people with peace of mind, not at the expense of doctors or medicine or hospitals or drug companies, but just to make it fair. Do you really think the wealthy and big corporations need another $2 trillion tax breaks? It's cutting the federal deficit. Just what we've just done so far. Cut the federal deficit over time by $160 billion. That's $160 billion Medicare does not have to pay out because they're paying a rational price for this drug, not just this exorbitant price from before. Look, this year Medicare is negotiating lower prices for some of the costliest drugs on the market that treat everything from heart disease to arthritis. That's in the law that we've already passed. Now it's time to go further and give Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices for even more drugs over the next decade. Folks, if we're able to do that, we'll not only save lives, we're going to save taxpayers another estimated $200 billion. $200 billion taxpayers will not have to pay the drug companies for exorbitant prices that aren't warranted. His tax cut's about to expire, and he wants to add another $2 trillion tax cut. Well, I'm going to keep fighting like to make it fair. But guess what? But I'm a capitalist, man. Make all the money you want. Just begin to pay your fair share of taxes. Under my plan, as I said, I ran for president. I promised nobody. Look, a fair tax code is how we invest in things that make this country great, from health care, education, defense, and so much more, research, development. But here's the deal. The last administration enacted a $2 trillion tax cut. $2 trillion tax cut that benefits the very wealthy in the top 1%, the biggest corporations, and exploded the federal deficit. Last administration added more to the national debt than any presidential term in American history. It's a lot more than I ever made. We'll pay an additional penny in federal taxes. Nobody. Not a single cent. Working people built this country. They pay more into Social Security than millionaires and billionaires do. It's not fair. Folks, we have two ways to go at Social Security and Medicare. Republicans will cut Social Security and Medicare to give us more tax cuts for the wealthy. Even this morning, Donald Trump said cuts to Social Security and Medicare are on the table again. Folks, it's about fundamental fairness. Here's another example. If you know how much, we have 1,000 billionaires in America. That's not a bad thing, per se. You know what their average tax rate is? 8.2% taxes. Anybody want to trade their tax rate? No, I'm serious. If we just charge them, had a tax code that charged them 25%, not the highest rate, 25%. You know how much that would raise over the next 10 years? $400 billion. $40 billion a year. Imagine what we could do. From cutting the deficit to providing for childcare, to providing health care, to continue to provide our military with all they need. So folks, look, this is not beyond our capacity.